Welcome to this nutrition workshop. Today I'm going to show you how I make 20 plus meals all in one go. I'm going to be doing a omelette first, and then I'm going to be going straight into the corn fritters, and then going to the mince meal. We're going to make the savory mince, and then we're going to turn half of that into a cottage pie. Here's how I make things super easy. I make sure that my bench has clear space. Then I get all my ingredients out, what I'm going to cook today, ready to go. The first thing that I'm going to do is chop everything up that I need to chop up for what I'm going to cook, except for things that come already pre-packaged. I've gotten frozen corn here. I've got peas, corns, and carrots frozen. And a hack that a lot of my clients are just like, boom, is frozen onions. So no chopping, saves a lot of time and saves a lot of tears. While I'm chopping this, I'm getting in my head thinking about what's to come. So I'm preparing this sweet potato that's going to go in one of my last recipes, but it needs to be pre-cooked first. So I'm cooking that first. I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 20 minutes. And then while that's cooking in the microwave, I'm on to chopping the next thing. I'm just grating the zucchini for the corn fritters. I've also just done a whole container of breakfast, what I call breakfast veg for the omelette, and it just saves so much time. I'll cook 2 omelettes at once, so I'll be able to eat one that morning, and then there's another one to reheat for the next morning. So I've just sprayed some oil on there and make the pan not stick. And I'm going to pour in, so hear that sound? That's the sound you want to hear. I add in the ham off the bone to pre-cook it before we put the eggs in. This really seals in the flavors with the veggies and the ham together. So the veggies that I've got here right now are 2 types of capsicum, the red and the orange, and then I've got some shallots in here. You can add whatever you like. If you don't like those vegetables, add in something else. We used to add mushrooms, but the girls don't really like the mushrooms, so I can compromise with that and always cook some mushrooms on the side and have them on the side. In this recipe for the omelette today, we're doing 4 eggs and 2 cups of egg whites to increase the protein to fat ratio. So you've got the fat in the eggs, but we've got more protein in the egg whites. Veggies are pretty well pre-cooked, locked in that flavor. Now to pour the egg mixture in. Okay, so while that's cooking over on the stove there, I'm gonna now prepare the corn fritter mixture. I'm gonna be doing 6 eggs for the corn fritters. So I've just mixed that egg mixture in there. I'm now going to add some flour, so about a cup, because that just helps bind the ingredients together with the eggs. The ingredients that I use can be quite watery, like the zucchini. So I'm going to pop that in there, mix that around. I've got zucchinis and shallots mixed in here together. Some corn. Take a spoonful. You can make these as little or as big as you like. My youngest loves little mini ones. And these don't take much time to cook at all. Okay, so now I'm going to put some light tasty cheese on there. The cheese is just a little sprinkle for flavoring. So we don't want to drown the omelette in it. Okay, so we're back over here and we're going to flip the corn fritters. You can See, they take no time at all while the omelette continues to cook. Okay, so we've got our first batch of corn fritters. So you can see this is ginormous, right? But just starting out, to increase your protein, you can split this into 4. Then you have 4 days worth of omelette. So delicious. So I'm actually gonna eat this up right now. So sometimes I'll eat and cook at the same time as well. Very efficient. I like to put some fresh tomatoes, maybe sprinkle some feta cheese. I just don't have any at the moment. You can sprinkle some salt on there, and then some classic balsamic vinegar glaze. So this is delicious. Over the top. Voila, you have a cafe style meal. And you can see these containers that I've got here, they are such a game changer. So we just get ours from Woolworths. Sometimes they're on special and you can grab a bunch of them, but it just makes it really easily accessible to grab out of the fridge and into the microwave or eating it nice and fresh. So you should have at least six meal-sized containers. All right, next up, I have the savory mince and then turning half of it into the cottage pie. Spray the pan. It's nice and hot. Pop the mince in. A tip here, if you want your mince to cook really quick, have it at room temperature. You can see I'm putting in the frozen onion now. Just preheating the oven while this cooks. Just browned the mince and onion, and now I'm going to put the frozen peas, corn and carrot. Now if you don't like peas and corns and carrot, then you can opt for different veg. Just swap it out. Mix all that in there. Then we've got our flavorings. So about 4 to 6 tablespoons of the soy sauce, or really just to your taste. The ingredients to savory mince and cottage pie are pretty much all the same, so I'm just doing it the mince all at once. Okay, so now the savory mince is ready. It's as easy as that. If you want to add extra veg, you can pop. You can see the containers here. You can pop some more vegetables in there. So you can see I've made up 4 prep meals, and then the other half is going in the freezer of the savory mince, so then you can get it out halfway through the week and you don't have to cook up again. We're going to add in a little bit more flavor for the pie. You've just got 1 teaspoon of the chicken stock with 1 cup of water. So you let it sit there for about 20 minutes. And then we've just got some instant gravy here to make it more pie-like. Pour it all in there. This is another easy, quick hack instead of making the gravy up yourself. So it's just a matter of thickening up the gravy. I've just transferred all the mince mix in the pan, and I've prepared some sweet potato, mashed it all up, put it on top. Beautiful. So there is our cottage pie. Just popped a little bit of butter along on top of the cottage pie. That just makes it cook a little bit nicer in the oven. And we're gonna pop it in the oven and we're gonna cook it until the top is golden brown. There you have it. You can see multiple meals, 20 plus meals cooked up, some in the freezer, some in the fridge, ready to go. Containers are key for prepping, and it doesn't matter whether you're prepping the mince, you're prepping vegetarian meals, the preparation is key to have good food readily available, because the rule of food is you will eat whatever is close by. So if you have good food readily available, you have more chance of success for muscle growth, for all your individual goals, health goals. I'm going to show you here now. We've got a vegetarian meal as well. So quinoa is a grain that is the closest that you will get to a first class protein. The closest you'll get to our animal meat, but we just want to make sure that we're aware that you have to eat a lot more volume in the quinoa to be able to get the same amount of protein for that, to stimulate that muscle protein synthesis, and then you have the carbohydrates along with it. So just being mindful of that. Also, if you need help with ideas for vegetarian meals, we've got tons of them in the app. If you don't know how to access those recipes, let me know and I will show you. Also wanted to point out that while we were doing this cooking in here, I'm also put on the chicken soup as well. So that's in there, going to be cooking overnight for 12 hours plus. That's another meal.